Hello everyone, welcome to channel Knowledgia. So here we are discussing the solutions of paper October-November paper 2025 580 and the code is 22. So this is the non-calculated paper. Let's start with the first question. The temperature at 4 a.m. is minus 12 degrees Celsius. The temperature at 4 p.m. is 21 degrees Celsius. Find the increase in temperature. So basically the temperature difference is what? 21 degree and this was minus 12 degrees. So what is the increase? 21 degree plus 12 degree, which is equal to 33 degrees. So this is the first part. The second part is find all the factors of common factors of 8 and 12. So what are the factors of 8? 1, 2, 4, 8. What are the factors of 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then 12. These are the factors of 12, right? Now, what are the common factors? You can see this is the common factors are 2, 2, 1, 1, and 4. So what is the answer? 1, 2, 4, right? The cuboid has length 6, 5, and height is 2.5. Find the volume. So this is a pretty easy question. This is just length into width into height. So this is 6 into 5 into 2.5. So this is 30 into 2.5. So this is 75. So what is the answer? This is 75 centimeter cube. So uh, I have the answer key, so I'll just check the answer. This is 75 centimeter cube. Okay. Now, next question. Computer cost $560. In the sale, it is reduced by 20%, and the cost of the computer after sale. So the cost is $560 and it is reduced by 20%. So if I reduce it by 20%, so what is the multiplier? You can say there is 0.0.80. Okay, so that will be the cost after reduction, that is 20% reduction. You can see what is this 100% minus 20%, which is equal to 18%. What is 80%? This is 0.8. So this is how you can use the multiplier. So what is this? This is 560 into 80 by 100. So you can see these two zeros cancel. So this is 448. This is $448. This is the answer. $448 after reduction. That is the answer for this question. Okay. So the next one. A pie chart shows the information about 600 students travel to the school. The first part is work out the number of students that walk to the school. So basically, this is the total information of 600 students. But this is the pie chart. This is 90 degree. So how many students go here? Basically, this is 90 degree divided by 360 degree, or you can directly say 1/4 because this is quarter circle, 1/4 of the circle into 600, which is 1/4 of 600, which is 150. So what is the answer? This is 150 students. That is the answer. 150, correct. 120 students travel to the school by car. The remaining students travel by bus. Complete the pie chart. Okay. So 120 travel by uh, basically car and remaining travel by bus. Okay. So what is first what is this 60 degree? So what is this? This is degree 60 degree divided by 360 degree into how many are 600? This is 600. So this is 1/6. So basically this is 100. So here there are 150 students. Here this is 100 students. So this is 250. Okay. Now 120 students travel by car. So 120 by car, how many are there? 120. So now how will you get the angle? Angle will be, this will be 120 out of 600, right? 120 out of 600 into 360 degree. This is how you can calculate the angle. So this is what? This is 360 degree divided by 5, which is equal to 75 degree, right? 5, this is 72 degrees, not 75 degree, 72 degree. So 72 degree, how will you make this 72 degree? Basically, you can use a compass, this protractor, and from this you can measure an angle of 72 degree. So roughly like this. This is kind of, you can use this. This is 72 degree. This is how you have to draw this. Okay, you just make the angle 72 degree, and the remaining angle will be, you can say, for the bus. Okay, so this is for car and this is for bus. Okay, so this is how you can show this 72 degree and remaining is 138. Now next question, ABCD is a quadrilateral, E lies on CD, E lies on CD and AE is parallel to this, and AE, it is given that ED is equal to A, this side is equal to this side. Find angle ABC. Basically there are multiple questions here, so let's start. Find angle ABC. ABC, you have to find this angle. Okay, so now we can clearly see this side is parallel to this side. So these two angles, interior and opposite angle, will be supplementary. That is, angle summation is 180. So what is this? This is equal to 180 degree minus 75 degree, which is 105 degree. So this angle is 105 degree, right? So this is 105 degree. Angle AED, AED. You have to find this angle, AED. Okay. So this angle, we can see again, this is parallel to this, and this angle and this angle are corresponding angles. So this is 80 degree. So this is 80 degree. This is 80 degree. Why corresponding angle? You can see this is transversal. So same side. Okay. So this is 80 degree. Now DAB, angle D, what is D? DAB. You have to calculate total angle DAB. That means first you have to calculate this angle, because that remaining part is 75. Now, how will you get this angle? So again, this is an isosceles triangle. This side is equal to this side. That means this angle and this angle will be same. So what is this angle? This is 180. Total is 180. 180 minus 80, 100. So divide by 2. So this is 50 degree. This is 50 degree. So what is this angle? BAD. BAD, DAB, sorry. DAB will be equal to 50 degree plus 75 degree, which is equal to 125 degree, which is the correct answer, 125 degree. Now the next question, represent this inequality on the number line. X is between minus 4. So this is minus 4 to 3. 3 is, so this is 3 equal to sign. So it can be, X can be equal to 3. So when X is equal to 3, we'll put a dark point and this is open point. This is how you show this. Okay. ME wise P pens that each cost 40 cents and she pays $200. Write an expression in terms of P for the change in cents KME receives from $20. Okay. So what is the total cost? What is the total? You have to write the answer in cents. Okay. So what is the total cost? Total cost will be equal to 40 cents into P. Correct? Because each pen is of 40 cents. Now she pays how many dollars? $20. So what is the change she will receive? Because we are writing in cents. $20 is 20 into 100 cents minus 40p. Because she has to pay 40. So this is the remaining amount which she will get in cents. So which is 2000 minus this is 40. Change to the answer for this question. Now Rajit has full bottle of juice. He drinks 1/3 of the bottle on Monday, 3/7 of the full bottle on Tuesday. Okay. The fraction of bottle of juice remaining. Okay. So the question here is, this is Raj has a full bottle. Okay. He drinks 1/3 of the full bottle. So let's say this is the full bottle. Okay. So 1/3 he drinks on Monday of the total bottle. Okay. 3/7 of the full bottle on Tuesday. Okay. So 3/7 of full bottle on Tuesday he is drinking. Okay. So on Tuesday, he drinks 3/7 of the full bottle. Okay. Fraction of the bottle remaining. So this is 3/7 of the full bottle. Now what is the remaining thing? You can see this is 1 minus 1 by 3 minus 3/7. That is the fraction remaining, right? So what is this? This is equal to, now simplifying this, 21 minus, this is 7 and this is 3, that is 9. So this is 21 minus 16 upon 21, which is equal to 5 by 21. So what is the fraction remaining? 5 by 21 is the answer. So that is, let's check the answer. Yes, 5 by 21 is the correct answer for this question. Next question. Rounding each value to correct one significant figure, work out the estimate of B. So basically you have to calculate the value of B given. Every time you have to write to correct one significant figure. So you can see what is D to correct one significant figure. So you can see what this is the first significant figure. What is the next value? Which is 1, which is less than 5. So we'll round down. So this will be 3. Okay. Second, what is M? M will be equal to, again, this is, we will round. So this is 7 and this rounding up 9 up, that will become 8. And what is this? K. This is first significant figure is 1, right? Now, this is next value is 0, which is less than 5. So we'll write this. These are the values. Now substitute the values here. So what is D? D is equal to D into M, D into M, that is 3 into 8, which is 24, plus 2 into M into K, that is 80. 80, right? So what is this? 24 plus 160. So this is 184. That is the answer. Let's see this 10th question. 184. 184 is the answer. I hope you know this, how to round up, round down a significant figure. This one is basically 1, right? And the next figure is 10. So now this is less than 1, so we'll round. So that is how you write. One significant. Rearrange the formula to make the subject. You have to make M the subject. So here you can see this is B is equal to, you can clearly see M is common from these two. So M times this is D plus 2K. Correct? Now how will you make M the subject? M will be equal to, you will divide by D plus 2K. So this is B upon D plus 2K. So that is the answer for this question. B upon D plus 2K. Okay. So now next question. The parallelogram. Okay. So here we have multiple questions. You see in the diagram, S lies on PQ. S lies on PQ and this is parallel. ST is parallel. Explain why the triangle PQR is mathematically similar. Okay. So basically you have to show that triangle PQR and PST are similar. So you can see if they are parallel, these two angles will be equal, corresponding angles, and this angle will be equal to this angle, again corresponding angles. And this is found. So two triangles have the same angles. All the angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal. That means the triangles are similar. So you can see why they are similar, because equiangular. Equiangular. That is all the angles are equal. You can show by using corresponding angles. Okay. Now the second one. ST is 3 centimeter. QR is 9 centimeter. This is 9 centimeter. And PS, this is 5 centimeter. PS is 5 centimeter. Find the length of PQ. PQ. So you can see if the triangles are similar, the sides are proportional. So this is 3 by 9. This side ST upon QR is equal to PS, which is 5 upon PQ. So you can clearly see what is PQ. If you cross multiply here, this will be 5 into 9 divided by 3. You can see this is equal to 15. So what is PQ? PQ is equal to 15. That is the answer. That is 15. 15 centimeter. Okay, this is 15 centimeter is correct. Area of triangle. So here the next is area of triangle PST is 2k centimeter square. PST, this is 2k. Area is 2k centimeter square. Find the area in terms of k of quadrilateral QRST. QRST. What is the area? So you can see the ratio of area of triangle. Let's say triangle PQR upon area of triangle PST. Triangle PQR. This is equal to 9 by 3 square. Why I am doing this? Scale factor. The ratio of two triangles, areas of two triangles is scale factor is square. This is 9 by 3, that is this, right? Square. So what is the area of triangle PQR? Area of triangle PQR will be equal to, you can say this is 9, 3, this is 9 into triangle PST. What is the area of triangle PST? This is 2k. That is 18k centimeter square. So the area of this larger triangle is 18k, correct? We have to find the area of this quadrilateral, right? Now, what is the area of this quadrilateral? The total area is what? 18k, and this area is 2k. So, what is the required area? This is 18k minus 2k, which is equal to 16k centimeter square. That is the answer for this, right? This is 16k is the answer for this, right? I hope this is clear. So in this, you have to write a statement that this corresponding angle to this is corresponding angle. That is why these triangles are similar triangles. All the angles are equal. Here, this is the ratio of the size of the similar triangle are same. This is scale factor square. Okay. Now next question. Now the question on Venn diagrams. So here you see the fitness club has 100 members, total 100 members. That is universal set is 100. Okay. Now, 60 swims. So this is 60 members swim, 70 cycle, 70 students cycle, and 25 do not swim or cycle. This is 25. They are neither swimming or cycling. Okay. Complete the Venn diagram. So this is how we have this. Complete the Venn diagram. So now in Venn diagram, we have to find what is this, this, and this. So this is 25 we have, right? So let's say this is x, that is the intersection, that is s intersection x. So what is this? This is 60 minus x. And what is this? This is 70 minus x. What is x? X we have assumed this. So we can see this is 60 minus x plus x, 70 minus x. This plus this plus this plus this, 25. This should be equal to total members, which is 100. So now you see this x and x cancel out. This is what? 130. This is 130 plus 25. 130 plus 125, 155 minus x is equal to 100. Correct? So what is x? X will be equal to 150 minus 100, which is 50. So you can see this is 55. So this is 55. This is 5. This is 55 minus, 70 minus 55, which is 15. And this is 25. This is 20. This is how we can complete the Venn diagram. Now the next one. One member of the person is club is chosen. Okay. Find the probability of C. What is the probability that person swims? Okay. Person cycles. So you can see how many persons are there who are cycling? 70. Out of total, how many persons are there? 100. 100 members are there. So what is the probability? This is 70 by 100, which is 7 by 10. What is the probability of S intersection C? S intersection C is this. That is 55. So there are 55 persons who are swimming and cycling. So 55 upon total is 100. So this is 55 upon 100, which is, you can see, 11 upon 20. Right? Now What is the probability of S union C complement? Now first let's understand what is the meaning of S union C complement. So what is S? This is S. So I'll just mark this. So this is our S. Now what is C complement? C complement is anything which is outside C. If you are taking union, that means we will combine everything. So this is S, and anything which is outside C will be what? This part also. This part also we have to include. So how many members are such that you can see this is 60 members inside this S, and outside this circle we have already counted this part. So outside the circle we have this also, which is 25. So what is this? This is 25 plus S. What is S? 60. That is 60 upon total is 100. I hope this is clear. So this is the shaded region. Basically, this region is the shaded region. This is the region which is using this. So what is this? 85 upon 100. This is 85 upon 100, which is, I can cancel a factor of 5, 17 by 20. So let's check the answers. So this is the question number 12. This is question number, yeah, question number 12. So this is 70 by 100, then 11 by, this is 55 by 100. That is correct. This is 85 by 100. This is also correct. So that's how we can solve this question. Okay. Now the next question here is, you have to write M, which is we have M here. You have to write 14M as a product of its prime factors. So what is 14M? Basically, what is 14? This is 7 into 2. And what is M? This is 2 raised to 7 into 3 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2. So which you can see, this is 7 raised to 1. That is 2 into 7 raised to 1. This is 2 into 2 raised to 8, and this is 3 raised to 5. We will add the 3 raised to 3, 3 raised to 3, and 5 raised to 2. This is the value which is in the product of prime factors. So this is just adding the powers. Now next question is, R is an integer. M by R is a cube number. Find the smallest possible value of R. So what you can see here is, you have to make this M by R. You have to make M by R. M by R as a cube number. Okay. Now what is R? Sorry, what is M? This is 2 raised to 7 multiplied with 3 raised to 3 multiplied with 5 raised to 2. Divide by, this is R. Now this number has to be the smallest number. Smallest number, and this number has to be a cube number. It has to be a cube number. Okay. Now the see here, if R has to be the smallest number, R has to be smallest number, right? And you have to make this cube. That means you have to divide by some number which is smallest possible number, so that these powers, power on 2 becomes a multiple of 3, 6, and so on, correct? Because then only this will be a cube number. This is similarly 3 cube, power of 3 should be a multiple of 3, and power of 5 should also be a multiple of 3. So now how can you find the smallest value? You see here, let's say this is 2 raised to 7 into 3 raised to 3 into 5 square. Then now what can be the smallest possible number? This is 2 raised to 7. So I can have 1 2 here. So that 2 raised to 1 and 2 raised to 7. This will become 2 raised to 6. 1 2 will cancel out, right? And 2 raised to 6 will become a cube number, correct? Now this is the already cube number. Now here what you can say is, I can just place what? This is not a cube number, right? So we have to write number such that this is a cube number. So what I can do is, I can divide by 5 square. Why? Because if I divide by 5 square, this 5 square cancels out, and this will become 1. 1 is a cube number. So effectively, this is the possible number which can be R. This is the smallest possible number. There can be multiple values for this, multiple answers for this. So one answer can be equal to R is equal to 2 into 5 square, which is equal to 25 into 2, which is equal to 50. There can be another answer which can be a negative value also, but again, there is only one answer which is we can give. Okay, but there can be another answer for a negative number. Okay, now let's move to the next question. You have to find the value of this expression. So you can see what is this. This is 3 square divided by 3 raised to minus 2, which is 3 multiplied by 1 by 3 raised to minus 2. Correct? Division. So will if divided, it will become, sorry, if you are dividing, so it will become reciprocal. Now what is this? This is equal to 3 raised to 2 into 3 raised to 2, because 1 by 3 raised to minus 2 is 3 raised to 2, which is equal to, you can see this is 81. Right? Now 16 raised to minus 3 by 2. Now what is 16 raised to minus 3 by 2? First thing is this is 1 upon 16 raised to 3 by 2. The negative reciprocal, negative power will become positive. Now we know this is equal to 1 upon square root of 16 power 3. Now what is square root of 16? Which is 4. So this is 1 by 4 cube. And what is 1 by 4 cube? This is 1 by 64. So what is the answer? This is 1 by 64. So let's check the answer. Supporting the question. This is, you can say 81 and 1 by 64 is the answer for this question. Now the next part is you have to factorize this. So this is the straightforward question on difference of two squares. You can see this is square x square minus 8 square, which is equal to x plus 8 multiplied with x minus 8. So this is a pretty easy question. Now here you have to factorize this, and it's clearly given that you can take out a factor common. What is common factor here? This is x minus 2y. You can take out this, and what is left here? This is 5x plus what is left here? This is x minus 2y, 2y is left. So now what is this? This is x minus 2y multiplied with, if I solve this, this is 5x, this is 6x minus 12y. Just opening bracket, expanding the brackets. Now what is this? This is x up minus 2y and into. Now what is this? 6x plus 5x, which is 11x minus 12y. So this is the answer for this question. So this is, let's check the answer. So this is x plus 8x minus 8, x minus 2y, 11x minus 12y. This is the correct answer for this question. So now let's move to the next question. Now the question on polygons. Okay. Now let's see AB and BD. AB and BD are two sides of a 15-sided regular polygon. Regular 15-sided polygon. This AB and BD is the are the sides of 15-sided polygon. AB and BC are the sides of n-sided polygon, and angle DBC is given to you. You have to find the value of n. Okay. So now see, AB and BC are the sides of the n-sided regular polygon. Now first thing you can see, what is this angle? What is this angle? Now this is the interior angle of a 15-sided regular polygon. Now what is the interior of a 15-sided regular polygon? This is 15 n minus 2 into 180 degree divided by 15. I hope this is clear. N minus 2 into 180 degree divided by n. The angle of each angle of an n-sided regular polygon. Now what is this? This is 13 into 180 divided by 15. So let's calculate this. Now what is 18? This is, if I cancel out 13, this is 15 and this will become 12. I hope this is correct. So this is 130, 150 plus 30. Yeah, 12. When 13 into 12, you can see this is 13 multiplied with 12. This is 36, 3, 156. So what is this? This is 156 degrees, right? So this is 156 degrees. Now see, this angle is 156 degrees. So what is the angle? What is the interior angle of a polygon whose sides are AB and BC, and sided polygon whose sides are AB and BC? So that will be this total angle. And you can clearly see this is, what is this angle? This is equal to 156 plus 14, which is equal to 170 degree, right? 170 degree. Now see, this is You can see now here, if this angle is 170 degree, how many sides are there? So you can see what is the interior angle of this. This is 170. So what will be the exterior angle of this? You can see this will be equal to 10 degree, because the total angle is of sum of interior angle plus exterior angle is 180 degree. This angle is 170. So what is the exterior angle? This is equal to 10 degree. And we know sum of all the angles of exterior angle is 360 degree. So what will be the number of sides? Number of sides will be equal to total sum is 360 degree and exterior angle is 10 degree. So what is this? This is equal to 36. So how many sides are there? There are 36 sides. So what is the answer? This is 36 is the answer. So always remember this. This is if you have a polygon, this is the exterior angle. If this angle is exterior angle, this angle is interior angle, their sum is 180 degree. Now we know the interior angle is 180 degree. Okay, 170 degree. And we know sum of all the exterior angles is always equal to 360 degree. This is not dependent on the side of the polygon, number of sides of the polygon. Now the next question is, B is the point minus 3 comma 1 and D is the point minus 5 comma 9 and BD is the diagonal of kite ABCD. The ratio, now here the problem is we don't know which diagonal, the smaller diagonal or the larger diagonal. So basically if this is the kite, you see this is, now there are two diagonals. Now which diagonal is the smaller one or which diagonal is the larger one, it's not mentioned here. But in the next part we can see the ratio of length of diagonal BD is to AC is 2:3. That means BD will be the smaller diagonal. So let's say this is B, C, D and this is A. Okay, because AC will be larger than BD. Now here B is minus 3 comma 1 and what is D? D is negative 5 comma 9. Now here the question is asking you to find the length of AC. We can clearly see AC on BD is given as 3:2. The ratio of AC and BD is 3:2. So what is AC? AC will be 3 by 2 times of BD. Correct? Now how will you get BD? So for BD we have the coordinates of B and D. So I can apply the distance formula. So what is BD length? The difference of x coordinates. So what is the difference of minus 3 and minus 5? This is minus 3 minus minus 5, which is plus 5 squared, and 1 minus 9 squared. And you can see what is this value. This is equal to, what is this? This is 2 square, which is 4, and this is 8 square, which is 64. So this is 4 plus 64, which is 68. Or we can say this is what, if you simplify this third, basically 68 can be, if I divide by 2, this will become 34. So this is 17. So this is 17 into 4. So this is root of 17 into 4, or you can say this is 2 root 17. Square root of 4 is 2. So this is the length of BD. So I can say this is equal to 3 by 2 into 2 root 17, and this 2 and 2 I can cancel. So what is the answer? This is 3 root 17 is the answer for this first. Coordinate of BD, midpoint of BD, coordinate of midpoint of BD. So you can easily find this coordinate of midpoint because we know the coordinate of B and D. So what is this? Let's say this point is E. So midpoint, the coordinate of midpoint will be x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So this is minus 5 and minus 3 divided by 2, x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. Which you can see, what is this? Minus 8 divided by 2, which is equal to minus 4, and this is 9 plus 1, 10 divided by 2, which is equal to 3. So what is the coordinate? Minus 4 comma 5. So let's see the next question. The diagonal of AC, diagonal AC of the kite passes through the midpoint of BD. Yes, sir. Yes. This we know. This now find the equation of AC. Again, this is a very standard question. You see, this is the perpendicular bisector, and perpendicular bisector is very common question in your IGCSE paper. So what is the coordinate of E? E we have already got minus 4 comma 5. This is minus 4 comma 5. Now how will you get the equation? For equation you need the gradient, and we know the gradient of BD. The gradient of BD is equal to y2 minus y1, that is 9 minus 1 upon minus 5 minus of minus 3, which is equal to plus 3. This is 8 divided by minus 2, right? Which is equal to minus 4, negative 4. Now the gradient of BD is negative 4. And we know this is the line of symmetry, that is, this is perpendicular. So what is the gradient of AC, diagonal AC? If this is perpendicular to this, that means the slope will be negative reciprocal. So what is the negative reciprocal of negative 4? This is 1 upon 4. So what is the gradient of this line AC? This is 1 by 4. So what will be the equation? This is y equal to 1 by 4x plus c, right? Now the question comes, how will they find c? Now this diagonal is passing through the midpoint, and the point of midpoint we have already got. This is minus 4 comma 5. So if you substitute this is y is 5 minus 1, sorry, 1 by 4, x coordinate is 4, sorry, x coordinate is negative 4, and this is plus c. So negative 4 and 4 cancels out, this is negative 1. So what is c? 5 plus 1, which is equal to 6. So what will be the final answer? I write it here. This is y is equal to 1 by 4x plus 6. 6. That is the answer. So let's take the answer for this question. So this is 3 root 7 minus 5, 4 comma 5, 1 by 4x plus 6. That is the correct answer for this question. I hope this is clear. Now rationalize the denominator. Again, a very standard question. So this is, you can see, if you have to rationalize, you will multiply with 4 minus root 6 and divide by 4 minus root 6. So this will become 24 minus root 6 upon a plus b into a minus, this is 16, a square, that is 4 square, minus root 6 square is equal to 6. So now you can see, what is this? This is 20 divided by 10 into 4 minus root 6. And 20 by 10 is 2. So this is 2 into 4 minus root 6. That is the answer to this question. So this is 4 minus root 6. Let's see. 18th question. This is 4 into 2 into 4 minus root 6. That is the correct answer. Right. Next question. The diagram shows a cuboid. Mala has a straight rod of length 10 centimeter. Show that this rod does not fit completely inside the box. Now, if this has to fit in this, that means you can see it should be less than its longest diagonal. Now, what is the longest diagonal of this cuboid? That means you join diagonal this point to this point. You can just imagine your room, and you can see the corner points, the opposite corner points will be the largest diagonal. So you can just imagine like this. This will be the largest diagonal which is possible here, like this. Now, if this diagonal is more than 10 centimeter, that means you can put this rod inside this box. But if this is less than 10 centimeter, this diagonal is less than 10 centimeter, you will not be able to put this. So what is the largest diagonal which is possible here? So you have to just calculate, like this is A and B, the length of the diagonal AB. Now how will you calculate this? You can clearly see this is a cuboid. That means this is a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. So you can see I can easily find this length. Now what is this? Because this is the 90-degree angle. Correct? So if I say this is D, if I say this point is B, C, so what is the length of AC? AC will be equal to under root of 5 square plus 5 square. This is 5 square plus 5 square, which is equal to root 50. Correct? Now again you see, this is again a right angle triangle. This is again a right angle triangle. ABC, this will be perpendicular like this. At C, this is 90-degree. Now we know that this is root 50. We just found this, and this is 7. So this will be, you can see AB will be equal to under root of root 50 square. That is Pythagoras again. That is 50. And this is 49. 7 square, which is 49. Correct? Now what is this? This is equal to 99. Right? Now what is 99? You can see this is, if you simplify, this is 3 into, sorry, 9 into 11, which is equal to 3 root 11. Now just observe this. What is this? 100. The rod, the length of this is the straight rod has length 10 centimeter. Now you see, even if you use this, you can see what is the length of rod. The length of rod is 100 centimeter, which is equal to effectively root 100. Correct? That means the length of rod is more than the largest diagonal which is possible, the largest length possible here. That means you can see this is not, we cannot fit this inside this box because the length of rod is more than what is the maximum diagonal of this cuboid. So I hope this is clear. This is how we can easily prove this. Okay. Now the question on functions. Okay. So you see again, you have to find g2. That means you have to just put the value at x equal to 2. What is the value at x equal to 2? This is 3 into 2 plus 4. So what is this? 3 into 2 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. What is the answer for this? This is 10. What is this? G of f minus 1. That is composite value. That is composite function. G, inside G we will put f of minus 1. So let's first find f of minus 1. What is f of minus 1? That value at x equal to minus 1. If you put x equal to minus 1 here, this is 21 divided by negative 2, because 2 into minus 1, negative 2 minus 1. So what is this? 21 divided by minus 3, which is equal to negative 7. So what is g f of minus 1? This is g minus 7. Correct? Now, what is g minus 7? If I put minus 7 here, this is 3 into negative 7 plus 4. Now, this is minus 21 plus 4, which is equal to minus 17. Right? So, what is the answer for this? This is negative 17. This is 10. Okay. Now, next part is you have to find f inverse. And you know how to find f inverse. Again, express, let's say this is y. So, let me write it here. Let's write it here. Y is equal to 21 upon 2x minus 1. Right? Now, interchange x and y. So, what is this? X is equal to 21 upon. This is 2y minus 1. Now, you have to make y the subject. So, you can make y the subject. How will you make the y the subject? You will say this is 2y minus 1 is equal to 21 upon x. Rearranging the terms. Now, this is 2y is equal to 21 by x plus 1. I will remove this one. Now, I will divide by 2 because I have to make y the subject. So, what is y? If I divide by 2, this will be 1 by 2, 21 by x plus. So, this is the answer for this question, for this f inverse function. Okay. Or you can just multiply also 0.5. That is also correct. Okay. So, let's check the answer. Question number 20. This is 10, negative 17. This is 1 by 2. You can see this is x plus 21 by x plus 1. That is the answer for this question. Okay. Next move. Now you have to solve the next equation, which is next part, which is fx equal to gx. You have to solve fx equal to gx. Now what is fx? This is 21. Let's write this. This is 21 upon 2x minus 1. 21 by 2x minus 1 should be equal to gx. What is gx? This is 3x plus 4. 3x plus 4. Right? Now, how will you solve this? So you can clearly see, you make, you multiply this, cross multiply this. This is 3x plus 4 multiplied with 2x minus 1. And now, you can, this is the quadratic equation. You have to simplify this. You just simplify this. 21 is equal to, you multiply this. This is 6x square plus 4 into 2, that is 8x. Multiplying these two. Now, this is negative 3x, 3x minus into minus 1, and 4 minus 1, which is equal to minus 4. You can see this is 6x square plus 5x. This is 6x square plus 5x. Subtracting 21, so this will become minus 25 equal to 0. So this is the expression we got. This is the quadratic equation we got. Now we have to factorize and solve this equation. Or otherwise, you can use the quadratic formula also, minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Anything is okay. So you see, if you have to factorize this, we want to split this 5, right? And the product should be equal to minus 150. Okay, so we have to think about so you have to think about two numbers whose product is minus 150 and sum should be equal to 5. Okay, product of two numbers minus 150 and this is sum should be equal to 5. You can think you can see 15 into 10 is 150 and you see I can take negative 5. So 15 into negative 5 10 will be my negative 150 and 15 plus minus 10 is equal to 5. So you can see what is this 6x square plus 15x minus 10x minus 25 equal to 0. Now just take out the common terms. You see if I take these two, this is 3x is common. So what is left? 2x plus 5 is left. And if I take negative 5 common, this is left is 2x plus 5 equal to 0. Right? Now what is common? This is 3x minus 5 and 2x plus 5 we can take common. So what is the value of x? Either this will be 0 or this will be 0. So if this is 0, this will be 5 divided by 3 and if this is 0, this is negative 5 divided by, you can just check this. So this is the answer. X is 5 by 3 or x is minus 5 by 2. So that is for the answer 5 by 3 and minus 5 by 2. Okay. I hope this is also clear. Now the next question is sketch the graph of cos x on this. So now how to sketch the graph of cos x at x equal to 0? This is 1. At 90 degree, this is 0. At 180, this is negative 1. At 270, again, this is 0. 270, this is 0. And at 360, this is equal to 1. That is 1. Right? Now, let's join these points. So you can see the graph looks something like this. This is 360. This is at 180. This is minus 1. Okay. And this is 0. Right? This is how you can draw the cos x graph. Now the next part is solve the equation cos x equal to minus 2 cos x plus root 3 equal to 0. Now see, if you solve this 2 cos x plus root 3 equal to 0, you can clearly see this is 2 cos x is equal to negative root 3, subtracting negative root 3. Now what is this? Divide by 2. So cos x equal to negative root 3 by 2. Now again, this is a non-calculator paper, so you have to remember the values, but we don't know the values for negative numbers. We know that if cos x is equal to root 3 by 2, what is x? X is equal to 30 degree. This is what we know, right? This is what we know. But the question here is asking you to write the minus root 3 by 2. So just observe this. How can you use the graph in this question? So see, this is root 3 by 2. Just see, this is root 3 by 2. This is, so you can see this is root 3 by 2 somewhere. This is just a approximate value I'm putting, right? Now at root 3 by 2, we know this is equal to 30 degree, right? Because cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2. But we have to find the value corresponding to negative root 3 by 2. So you can see this is negative root 3 by 2. You can see this gap and this gap is same. So by symmetry, again, you see, I can say this value, you can see what is the gap here? This is of 60 degree, correct? So this gap will also be of 60 degree. So what is this value? This is equal to 90 degree plus 30 degree, which is equal to, sorry, 90 degree plus 60, because this is 30 minus 90 minus 30, which is 60. This is 90 plus 60, which is equal to 150 degree, correct? Now you can see this is what 150 degree. Now again you see this gap is of 60 degree. 90 below 90, this is 60 degree. So this is below 270, this is 60. So what is 270 minus 60 degree? This is equal to 210 degree. So what are the values of x corresponding to this? X will be equal to 150 degree and 210 degrees. That is the answer. So you see this is 210 and this is question number 19. This is question number 21. So 21. So this is 150 degree and 210 is the correct answer to this question. Okay. Now, next question. The graph has this equation. You have to find, this is the given. This is given that the point of minimum is minus 5, comma 12. Then find the values of B and C. So first thing you can see what is the point of minimum. For point of minimum, you can see dy by dx. Local, the minima point will be when dy by dx is equal to 0. So what is dy by dx? The differentiation. Differentiation of this is equal to, you can see 2x, correct? X square derivative is 2x. Differentiation of bx will be plus b. X derivative is 1. And differentiation of c is 0. Now this is equal to 0. Correct? For for minimum point or maximum point. So what is this? This is 2x equal to negative b, or x is equal to negative b by 2. So at x equal to negative b by 2, this is the minimum point. But it is given that at minus 5, x equal to minus 5, this is the minimum point. That means minus 5 should be equal to minus b by 2. So you can clearly see what is b, 5 into 2, which is equal to 10. Or you can directly use, we know that for quadratic graph, minus negative t b by 2a is the point of minimum, right? This is point of minimum, or basically this is the turning point. Okay, so you can use this also. What is this? Negative b upon 2a. A is 1, so this is minus b by 2, right? Now how will you get the y coordinate? So we got this. How will you get the value of c? Now we know we got the value of b. So what is the graph function here? This is y is equal to x square plus this is 10x plus c, correct? Now we know at x equal to minus 5, this is 12, because this is the turning point. The point is on the graph. So when I put x is equal to 12 minus 5, you should get y equal to 12. That means this is 12 should be equal to negative 5 square plus 10 into negative 5 plus c, correct? So what is this? This is 12. Negative 5 square is 25. This is negative 50 plus c. So what is this? You can see this is 12 negative 25 plus c. So what is the answer? C will be equal to 12 plus 25, which is 37. So what is the answer? This is 10 and this is 37. So what is this? 10 and 37 is the correct answer for this question. Okay. So now the next question. Now this one is an interesting question on the nets of cone. So now see here. The diagram shows a major sector of triangle of a circle AOB. AOB. The sector angle is 240, radius is 12. Show that the length of major arc is 16 pi. So basically, you have to find the length of this major arc. Now, how will you find the length of major arc? That is a simple direct formula application. So, what is the length of arc? This is equal to length of arc is, you can say, theta, which is 240 degree upon 360 degree into 2 pi r. What is radius? The radius is 12. So, this is 12. Now let's calculate this. So here you can see this, I can cancel a factor of 12. This is 2 by 3 into 2 pi into 12. So now what is this? If I cancel this 4, this is 8, 16. 16 pi. So what is the first part? That is the length of major arc is 16 pi centimeters. Okay, so that is the first part which you have to show. This is done. Now OA is joined to OB. OA is joined to OB to form the cone. Find the volume of that cone. Now this is very interesting. If you join this OA and OB, okay, so this will become a cone like this, and OA and OB will become, you can see if I draw this, it will be something like this. So this is O, and let's say you join this A and you join this, so O and OB will come to the same point. This is O and OB like this. So O and OB, these will be the slant height. You can see this will be the slant height, which is radius. You can see this is the radius, which is 12 centimeter, 12 centimeter. Okay. Now, how will you have to find the work out the volume of the cone. Now, if you have to work out the volume of the cone, you can see here, you need to find the radius of this cone. The radius of this cone. Now, how will you get the radius of this cone? If you just observe, just understand this. If you roll this to convert it into a cone, this will become the circle here. So I can say the circumference of this will be the arc length AOB, which is equal to 16 pi. Correct. So I can say 16 pi, that is the arc length we calculated in the first part. Correct. Should be equal to 2 pi the radius of this, because this is the circumference of the circle. So here from this you can see r is equal to 8 centimeter. I hope this is clear, right? So the radius of this cone is 8 centimeter. Slant height is equal to 12. Now the question is you have to find volume. Now volume of the cone is pi r square into h. H is the height. Now how will you calculate the height? You can see this is the height. And this is a 90-degree angle. So what is this? This is 8. This is radius. This is, you can see 12 square, because I can apply the Pythagoras. So what is height? H. So we'll say this is pi r square is 64. What is h? So height is, you can apply the Pythagoras theorem. This is 12 square minus 8 square under root. 12 square minus 8 square. So now what is this? Pi into 64 into 144. This is 144 minus 64. 144 minus 64, which is equal to 80, right? This is root 80, 80, right? So now 1 by 3, and you have to multiply 1 by 3 also. This is cone. 1 by 3 pi r square h, correct? Now what is this? What is the volume of the cone? This is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Now what is the integer? What is the question? So you have to write the answer in the integer form. A is integer, B is a prime number. So you have to simplify this further. So you see, what I can do is, I'll write it here. This is 1 by 3 pi 64 into 16 into 5, root 80. 16 into 5. So 16 into 5 is basically 4. 4 root 5. Right? So what is this? This is 1 by 3 pi into, this is 256 root 5. So that is the answer for this question. So what is the volume? This is 256 upon 3 pi root 5. So let's check the answer. This is question number 23. This is, yeah. So this is 256 pi root 5 upon 3. That is the answer for this question. I hope this is clear. This is a very important point. Volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. But the important point is how to convert a sector to a cone. Right? Very important concept. Now, the next question, you have to solve for n equation in this exponents, right? You will just use the exponent property. You see what is 27? It's 3 cube. So this is 3 cube raised to nx. And what is this? 9, that is 3 squared. So this is 3 square, that is 2x raised to, correct? Now what is this? This is 3 raised to 3 nx, right? Now 3 nx, and what is this? 3 raised to 4x. Now the base are same, that means power should be same. So you can clearly see this is 3nx should be equal to 4x, or n is equal to, you can cancel x, and n is equal to 4 by 3. So what is the answer? This is equal to 4 by 3, right? That is the answer for this question. Okay. So this completes the discussion on all the paper 580 22 October November paper. Okay. So I hope you have understood all the questions. You have understood everything. Please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Share it with your friends. Thank you. Bye bye.